Hey there! What up? Okay, so I haven't been doing a lot of stuff lately, so but today I wanted to actually make a little update on how my mining operation is going. So I thought, thinking about starting away with showing you my setup at home and talk a little about the power situation and my remote location and stuff like that. So I'm just going to spin the camera around so you can see some GPUs instead of my pretty face. So stay tuned. Okay, so this is basically my my basement mining farm at home, and for now I have a lot of 580, 570 GPUs in here, and I have way too many 4GB cards at the moment. And as you probably all know, it's not the greatest card to mine Ethereum right now, but I'm not quite sure if I'm going to start changing them out soon or starting to buy 3060s instead. But for now the GPU shortage on the market is too big, so and the prices are too high, so I just have to get stuck with them for another while. So if anyone wants to buy 4GB GPUs, just hit me up. I'm probably going to sell them through this year. So most of them, as you can see, also have the fans are starting to go out because they have been mining now for 4 years in non-stop. Oh damn it, that was spinning fast. But I have ordered in about 50 new fans for all my cards, so I can change out the fans on every card I have before I eventually start to sell them. So this is basically just a normal, 580 rig with an Asus B250 mining motherboard. And over here we have an 1660 Ti that's mining Ethereum, and 1070 that's also mining Ethereum. And back here is my, if you can see it, my fiber connection that's going all the way up this cable and through the rest of my house. And this is an also 470, 480 maybe, 580, somewhere in that ballpark, and a B250 motherboard. So basically these rigs are all the same, and some of them have the ASRock H110 Pro BTC motherboard. This is the best motherboard I have had through my whole mining experience. This is the best motherboard, but it's hard to get and it's quite expensive actually. The B250 motherboards have been okay, but they have some issues from now and then. So this is a Sapphire rig with Sapphire cards. I have 1GB cards in there. All of this is mining Ethereum right now. As you can see on this rig I have one card that's not connected. It was giving me some issues and I hadn't had the time to play with it and see what's the problem is. It might be the riser down here, it can be the cables for the risers, it could be anything, but this rig has been running for 3-4 years without any issues. So but I have to get time to take a look at it. But for now it was easier to just plug it out and plug it back in so it could be mining. Down here I have an Asus 1070 rig. It's an 8-card rig, also with the this is the Z270 motherboard, Asus, and it's running on ETH. And in the bottom shelf here we have my this is my network solution. It's an old HP switch, so nothing special. And we also have my power outlets. Each of these has one 10 amp breaker, every one of these, so it's 10 amps for each rig. And I also have, you see a computer down here. This is an Ether 1 node. I think it's a master node. It's been running for probably two years now, I think. But yeah, it's just laying there. It doesn't do much, but I think I get some Ether 1 for it. And this is my file server. So yeah, just nothing special. Just a server running FreeNAS to store all my files so I can get them from everywhere around the house. When it comes to the power, as you can see, I'm also using this remote, so I can turn them on and off remotely with an app on the phone. I think they are called H100 or something. Yeah, not sure, but you can find them on Amazon or yeah, around. And this is my breaker panel down here. This is coming from my 63 amps main fuse panel on my intake, and it's been running down here. So I basically have, not sure if you can see it, but it's 25 amps, and this is, and it's then going to the 10 amps, 10 amps, 10 amps for each of the outlets, and I have a 16 amp that's under let's see, under here. It's a 16 amp outlet, and I also have a 16 ampere that's coming from these two breakers. This one is not in use right now, but I am thinking about getting like a 3-phase power solution down there, but we're not sure yet. For now, I managed to keep up the power with this panel. Let me just take off these panels, and I can show you how much amps I'm using. Okay, so this is the inside of the panel. Sorry about the lighting, it's not the best, and it's, yeah, focusing is not the best. But I have this meter here that I can check how much I'm drawing at the current state. Let's see, let's just get some light on it. There we are, yeah. So this is the main line to the 25 amps. As you can see, I'm using about 22 amps now. And that's not the most ideal situation. I wished it was more like 20 amps. So 20.5 around there somewhere. So I hope I get it down to 20 later, because I have to do something with the situation. Of course, I have 63 amps before this one, so it's not that I'm maxing out my my power situation or anything, but I don't like to run the fuse at almost on the breaking point. So and that's also why I had to take some of the, because I have 2 more rigs down here now than I usually have. I usually don't have these 2 rigs down here. These I have to pick up from my remote location, because I have some issues with power on my remote location, because it's also like 4 apartments in the same building, and with all my rigs down there, and it's winter time, people are cranking up the heat and everything. We have a situation where we max out the inlet, like the main fuse for the building. So I had to take 4 rigs out of the place just to get them more, so they don't have to, let's see, can you do something with the focus? Damn it, camera. Okay, so we had to take 4 rigs out, so I have 2 more rigs at home now. That's why I'm at more at the limit with my fuse, with my 25 amps. And yeah, and I also brought 2 more rigs to another location, so I will probably get over there and show you how that's working out. In here. So this is the second location. I have a friend of mine that's having this apartment and is in school somewhere else, so he's not using the apartment right now. So I have to But I have to move the rigs into another room, so we can, and we need to get, because I have 2 rigs in this place. And, right now they are in this room. So I have to move them over to the other room, and have to do something with because it's heat in here, and we don't want any heat because the rigs are making the heat. So it's about 22 Celsius in here right now. We are going to do something to turn this down to probably 15 or 17 or something like that. And we also have to put this on, not in auto, because in auto it will start to try cool down if it gets over. So we need to have it in just heating, because then it will turn off if it's more than 15 degrees in here. But but first I have to start moving the rigs around, and I can show you a little bit about the setup. 1, 2, 3. So there we are. That was quick. So I just moved these 2 rigs in this other room. We have the network connection over there, and we're also using a remote power to turn it on and off with an app on the phone. This is also an 8 gig Sapphire card. This is the 8 gigabyte cards. This is also missing 1 GPU at the moment because of maintenance on them. This is like, should be 6 Asus cards and 2 Sapphire cards. I'm not quite sure right now if this is the 4 or 8 gigabyte version, but yeah, they are now running in this room. I did turn off the heat completely, and I'm going to check in a few days to see if that it's not too cold in here. But I think these 2 rigs will probably heat it up anyway. It's not a big apartment, so. And we also have the main internet cable, the network cable going over here. And I also have the opportunity to move them into this room later to get more like space around them, more air around them, but we'll see. Just have to keep a close look at them in a couple of days to see how it's working out. Okay, so there we are. So as I said, the reason I have 2 rigs in this place is because my main location for my remote location having some issues with power, because I'm at the limit. So I had to move some rigs, spread them out on other locations, and I am thinking about getting to say it like, not being part of an apartment building or something to get it, because the plan for this year is to try to get around 50 to 100 GTX 3060s and change out most or all of the 4 gigabyte cards, and probably hold on to the 8 gigabyte cards for now. We'll see how the prices will be in a couple of months when the crypto mining is booming again, because it's skyrocketing right now. Everyone wants to mine ETH, and all these machines has been paying off for the last 3 to 4 years, 3 years at least, and and everyone is making money at the moment, so everyone wants to mine. And last time when prices got down, I got a lot of cards because people were selling them off because they didn't make money on them. So I didn't pay much for the 4 gigabyte card, so it's not the biggest deal that we have them, and they are not that profitable right now because we can mine ETH on them, but you only get like, I think it's down to about 20 mega hashes now, and it will just go down, and eventually you can't mine ETH on them anymore. So in the meanwhile, while waiting for to try get like 100 GPUs in this market right now is not easy. So so in the meanwhile, we'll probably switch them over to ETH, because Ravencoin is more power hungry, and the machines are not built to handle that kind of power with the power supplies, because they are built to mine ETH. And if you get
300-400 more watts on each machine, the power supplies will be at their limits all the time, and we don't want that. So probably we'll switch over to ETC on all the 4 GB cards if we can't sell them right away, but eventually we'll sell them off. And yeah, that's my strategy right now. As I said, through this year hopefully we get about 50 to 100 new GPUs, and I can start doing some rig building again, because now it's been just maintaining them for the last two years, and just making sure they are running and dusting them off now and then. And but they are making a good profit, and have been making a good profit for these at least 3 years. Most of the rigs have been running at least 3 years now. So I hope you like this kind of content, and I hope I can bring you some more soon. But as I said, it haven't been that too much of building, and that is what I love to do, building rigs and setting them up and overclocking them and stuff like that. But it didn't make sense to buy like the 2080s, and they are too expensive in kind of hash rates, at least when you're already kind of maxed out on your power situation. But hopefully this year we get some new GPUs in and we can start building again. Thank you. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this, and hopefully it will not be as long until next time I see you again. And for all the guys that's been sticking around all this time and still are subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. I love you all. Bye.